So this is a tapping procedure. We will be tapping with the pad of our fingertips, either 3 or 2, okay? And the tapping will always be on the points. I'll show you the points right now, but it has to be felt. You have to feel the pressure of your fingertips against the skin. Now, it has to be a soft movement, not so soft that there's really no contact, and not too hard that you're hurting yourself, okay? It has to be something that you can feel. We will be starting at the karate chop. Okay, the karate chop is the inner part of our palms. We can either do it with the fingers or with both inner palms. We kind of just put one forward and the other one towards you, and curl up your fingers, and then just hit them one against the other. Okay, just gently. Then the next point, this point is kind of like the reprogramming point. Okay, this is kind of like stating the point of what the tapping is going to be about. So here we would be saying 3 times our belief. So for example, if our belief is Jake does not listen to me, so, that would be here. That would be our belief, that would be our thought, and we would say it 3 times. Jake does not hear me, or Jake does not listen to me. Okay, then the next point is the inner brow. So we'd have the bridge of the nose. It's either on one side or the other, or with both hands, okay? But it's the where the bridge of the nose meets the eyebrow, okay? So the point is right there. So either with both fingers or just one. Just make sure you tap right on the point, okay? Right on the point, or with both right on the point. It's important to feel that you are tapping right there. Then the next point is just following your eyebrow down through the bone, across the bone, okay, to where the bone meets the corner of the eye. So there would be the next point. It's right on the corner of your eye. So there would be your next point. You can do it with one hand, the other side, or both. Okay, the next point is under the eye and is literally directly under the pupil, okay, on the bony part under the eye. It's not down here, okay, it's right under the eye. And make sure you don't go inside the eye. The next point is right in the middle, beneath your nose. It's under the nose, but right in the middle. So actually here you can either do it with one finger or with the side of the hand, and just do it there. Okay, now the same point is the meridian keeps on right underneath the lip. Okay, so it's kind of in the middle of the chin, and there's the next point. Now the following one is the chest. Actually the point is we have the collarbone. Okay, so right where the collarbone ends and meets the breastbone, there are 2 indentations. Okay, right underneath. If you follow down the bone and where it meets the breastbone, there are 2 indentations. They're just two kind of like places where our fingers can really present, there's no bone there. Okay, so actually those are the spaces where we must tap on. So either we can use one hand, the other hand, or both points at the same time, or instead of just trying to see where it is and make sure that I'm hitting on the point, just you can tap this way. Okay, just with an open palm, just tap on that space. That's the chest point. Now the tricky one is right under the arm. Okay, so got the arms are up, the middle of the arm. Okay, go down right the middle line of the arm all the way down to the hip. Okay, so you would go down the middle, and for the ladies is right where the bra strap meets. Okay, that would be a point. Normally it's a painful point, so it's very easy to know when you're hitting it. Okay, if it's not painful, then just look for kind of a painful area. That's the meridian. Okay, and for men it'd be also down the middle, just at the level of the nipple. Okay, so right where your nipple is, a middle line underneath your armpit. Okay, so the same as the ladies, just tap around until you feel a discomfort there. That's the point. Now with one arm, both arms, okay, any of them is good, or you know, just make sure that the points are there a hit. Now there are a few other tapping points, but we're not going to be dealing with those in for this course. These tapping points are quite important on their own. So that would be one round. We always finish a round on the crown. Okay, now the crown it will be right in the middle of your head, right in the middle. Now you can either again tap right in the middle with 3 fingers, or with the palm of the hand. There's the kind of like the finishing point. Now when we're beginning, so we kind of say the first round, we're kind of establishing our intention. And let's say that our intention is we're going to be working on a pain we're experiencing at that moment in the body. So the idea is to hold the space for the body and the feelings while you're doing the tapping. So you're focused on your body, on the feelings, while going through each point. You will have a procedure, and on the first round you would say, this pain in my chest, this pain in my chest, this pain in my chest. That is addressing the main issue of the tapping. Once you're done with that, right at the beginning, when we tune into our body, we gauge our level of anxiety. So 0 is no anxiety at all. 10, there's a very high level of anxiety or stress in the body. Okay, that's very important to jot down at the beginning of the tapping. Okay, it is going to be your gauge as to know how the process has shifted or not. The during a tapping, it can either go up or down. Okay, that's why it's so important to write what it is at the beginning. If it goes up, it means you have to keep on tapping until you can lower it. Okay, when we are dealing with an issue and we are working through it, the stress levels in the body might come up because they're releasing. They're coming up to that top level where they can't go any further, and the only other way is down. Okay, so that's why it's important to gauge. Now, the first round, okay, starting at the eyebrow and finishing at the top of the head, at the crown, will address the main issue. The next points, okay, and these can be 2, 3 rounds. It depends on how you're feeling that gauge, if it's going up, down, if it's stable. Here's where we are addressing the emotions. Here we are addressing the pain. Here we are addressing really our story behind our intention. Okay, the subject of our issue. So we would go for all these emotions in 1, 2, 3 rounds, okay, until we feel that there's nothing else to say, nothing else to include, and there's kind of like a still point. When that still point comes, it means that the body is ready to release it. So the next command is, I release this. I release this tension. I release this anxiety. This is no longer any good for me. It's not serving me. I can release it. Okay, so I did 1 round and I'm here ready for the second round. Okay, I am releasing this. I'm letting go completely. I'm surrendering. That is 1 round. Once we start feeling that the body is kind of in an expansion mode, here we put in our needs, what we want, what we've been called to for higher purpose. Like, for example, I'm ready to love myself. I'm ready to care for myself. I commit to my self-care. I commit to loving myself. I commit, okay, that last part after the visualization, that last part where we are addressing our needs, go in the last part of the tapping. So it'd be, I now commit to truly loving and accepting myself completely. Okay, it's not 1 point for each word. Okay, we're just tapping through as we're speaking our story. Now make sure you tap a minimum of 3 times per point. And then once all that is finished, we can end up on the inner wrist, okay? And we just tap there, and it's like, I commit to loving myself. I truly, honestly love and accept myself. And then that's it. That's the tapping procedure.